Так, звук есть, все заебись. Всем привет, добро пожаловать на мой стрим. Давно я в эту игру не играл, я ни черта не помню в ней, поэтому буду, можно сказать, с нуля ее проходить. Естественно, она не загрузится у меня нормально. Ладно, фигня какая-то. Создам новый. Одиночную. Ну, классика. Вот сейчас подумаем. Либо...
Oh, don't stare. How would you look after eons in some ghastly crypt? Your people are rather prone to death. Mine are not. Yet when I emerged from my completely unjustified imprisonment, I found them gone. Our culture forgotten. Any trace of the world I knew all but obliterated. I must even hide my true face beneath an ever-shifting mask for fear you savages will attack me. That is how I wander this strange world, trying to uncover the truth about a history you primitive people never even knew existed.
Понятно. Вот так вот сделаем. Это у нас будет прям максимальный маг. Угу. Да, я закончил создание персонажа. Ой,
It
досик.
all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rabble panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
Вот это интересно. Это interesting moment.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough.
А,
Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings.
Well now, aren't you a curious sight? If I'd had a mask to hide my bones as well as yours, maybe I'd still be walking around today. Where'd you get it? There can't be many curios like that in the world. Is that a fact? And your voice? You ripped that from them too. I've never heard such silken tones from a naked skull. Ha! Should have known it was a parlour gimmick. Still, you'd best keep that mask on. The living don't take kindly to seeing their future staring back at them.
ну это понятно. Так, лутаемся. Divinity. Вот. Так, как я давно уже не играл, все забыл. Отмычки мне не особо нужны.
An animal sty. Freight or food?
Так.
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully. Her
Так. Погнали. Так, записку потом прочитаю. Блять.
That click. This floor plate triggered something.
Как интересно. У меня все хорошо.
Locked.
Это серьезно. Ладно, не важно. Вот так вот.
before you can even touch the lever.
Wait, you're no magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy scrounger? And it's about time too. Can't just leave the prisoner alone, though. I heard it. What in Lucian's name? What in Lucian's name? I should have known there'd be trouble.
So much for a peaceful stroll.
The prisoner's gaze finds the...
Oh, free! And I can set you free in return.
What would he have to gain by killing me? Strange forces are at work.
Тут особо ничего нет.
Empty.
Значит, я его освободил, а оно взяло меня, напало. Вот мразь. А, ну так работает.
Good thing I didn't worry about splinters.
Boring.
Ну понятно, ничего нет.
And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
Yes, this is a rare kind of magic. I'll need to write to headquarters.
Так.
Rubbish.
Так.
patience of a straw.
Пойдем сюда. Так, здесь посмотрим, что есть. Нихуя нету. Идем дальше.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. There you are. Not in the meantime. Is he?
She frowned.
Delusions such as why?
Index finger.
My word. Oh well, a new life awaits. And if why, for my peace of mind.
Current, so
You better. There you have for your own.
Good gods, there's been a murder here.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
she looks up at you with a mirthless...
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. I thought as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. So bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Thanks.
Please, Loisa. A no doesn't become a yes over time, you know. Ah, there you are. Husband. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical. How very correct you are, spouse of mine. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and get, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? You presume right. Nope, trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better. Thanks, but I already... You take care.
Suddenly, as quickly...
Good luck, Chief.
Понятно, это не она.
Mad? Insufferable? Surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
A broad dwarf sits totally up. He raises an eye.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
Your kind always hung closest to our divine.
The ship, of course.
His eyes snap open.
Murder? Ah, that... I wouldn't know anything about it. I kill a man. He knows who done it. His daddy knows who done it. And the mayor knows who.
His eyes flutter shut, and he assumes his position of repose.
Whether they catch me is another matter, but I ain't one to hide my accomplishments.
A wave of sound...
And? Sick as a leper's cat. From the state of it, I'd say she's being cared for by a bunch of beardless babes. But there's more. Listen close. There now, just like that.
Squeeze!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news. No, you beautiful idiot. That wasn't any rat. It was the wheel. Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading... Burn my beard. That means if we've been travelling for... Yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
There has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the master's
No, indeed, boy. But that...
The dwarf leans back from the...
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
The first thing about sauce.
You one of them?
Well, well. The lizard, all of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
My, we are fierce, aren't we? Not to... Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
You've got this wolf on a leash now.
And of course, a cook who can't taste is about as useful as a dog in a chess game. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
It was one of them. I know it.
Just put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us.
Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic, a bag is as good as a shirt kind of style. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal Goodness gracious me.
The part where I reassure you and you shut up.
I spent my life singing. Meanwhile, the magic...
Mad? No. Insufferable? Surely.
A scruffy man lounges against the...
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp if...
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and...
Pinches less that way, right?
Knocking a phlegmy goblet in a general direction, the Summon Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back, Ifan grins, flashing pointed white.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties. No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at...
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. The Joy. I wonder if we'll get to meet the Ringmaster himself. Easy now.
What are you conspiring about over there?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet.
Name.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
Away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet. One...
Hold my head steady.
Так, ну нормально.
An elf sits...
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like. Rolling dice? Deciding fates.
She eyes you quite serious.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the... I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She looks at you in surprise when you bare an arm of bone.
My. Guess I'll have to find out the memory from Marrow.
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers, watching. You were desperate to speak up, to reach out, to form a connection with these strange creatures. But you were scared, terrified even, of what they might think of you.
Insufferable? Surely.
Of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep, so to speak. But don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with... I don't lick and tell. Don't worry, honey. It isn't...
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
Ясно.
My, these smelling salts are strong stuff.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
You think me mad?
Mad? No. Insufferable? Surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Nest. Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a camp.
This again? Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
So, anything interesting for me? I'll take that as a no.
We just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up.
You think me mad?
The woman keeps rough.
Insufferable? Surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I didn't do nothing, okay?
Never thought you'd end up a
If you'll be pardoning me, I'll be much obliged.
That right?
The acceptable distance for you to keep
Ben Nest. Your kind always hung closest.
Name? Well, you aren't here on my list. Scrammy. We're trying to catch a killer here.
As the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
You look like my daddy. His name is Frida. He's waiting for me at home.
I know it.
Would you put a knuckle?
I'm here because I'm magic. Are you here because you're weird?
They don't care about us.
Do you know Losa? She's a really good singer. I'm better though. Listen. La 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 la.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off.
Take
one
it
by
easy, Chief. You don't want to get noticed for the wrong.
We just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up.
You think me mad?
A young Magister stands behind the Magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and...
There's been a murder. As Waters is investigating. Aren't you, Enter? Go ahead. She with the body.
Magic.
You've been collared and you've been told why. There really is no need.
Nothing to see here.
The pale young woman...
My, these smelling salts are strong stuff.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
The woman keeps rolling her...
As the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
Come on. Please, Losa.
I didn't do nothing, okay? It was one of them. One of your people. Human.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's nothing else I can...
Something has changed. You are you. You look to your hands, your fingers...
I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Интересно. Я как дурак тут бегаю.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
I'm busy watching for clues, sorcerer. Go take your sub-story somewhere.
Is that right? I've a few questions for you.
Ifan raises his eyebrows, but she...
I ain't saying nothing. Bloody dwarves, I'll come back to you, and you better be ready to talk here.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was
As the dead man's flesh slides down your throat, you feel his consciousness enter yours. His memories are yours to experience. Your heart is heavy. You know a bright light blinds you, then fades. You feel a tremendous power in your hands, but they are shaken. Suddenly you're on this very ship, crouched in a corner, hugging your knees. A figure approaches. She reaches a hand toward you. You grasp it. The memories end. You are no longer Finn. You return to your...
Она, скорее всего, вот это вот.
It seems as though there's a pattern in the blood flow. That can't be natural. Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the saw. Finn didn't see it like... We'll find...
She looks...
I was on duty. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people. I thought as much. Listen, bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Thanks. So, anything interesting for me? From his memories? You ate something off his corpse? Please, don't tamper with the... As for the older woman, I'll have to check out the ship's log. If she's aboard, I haven't met her myself. Must avoid us Reds when she sees us. If you meet anyone like that aboard, maybe you could talk to her. Casually. See when she last spoke to Finn.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
Пожилая женщина. А, так это вот...
You are Jill, aren't you? I ain't saying nothing.
Here to register, sir. Good, you faring okay so far? Of course I do. Seems Voidwalker, you'll see. We're gonna... You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted.
Always hung closest to our divine, like creep those bubbles trying on her.
And if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
Standing at the center of the room...
So you would...
Yes, I did.
She...
There are...
You... She...
She's... Pray.
No.
Mask! She stole it. If these savages see me without it, they will have my skull for a goblet.
Да что ты возьми ты рыбу, ты мать. Кинжалы и лук. Так, и что делать-то? Так, собираем все, что можем. Не поднимаемся наверх. А, стой. Нет, ну все. Я ж ключ взял. Понял.
Damn. That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
Так, давай посмотрим.
Long before this thing snaps into splinters.
Thank the gods!
He eyes the collar circling your neck and reaches
Another sorcerer!
The Magister's companion doesn't blink, frozen.
Like you don't know?
He whispers loudly to the...
Don't just cower there, Rix. Take...
Rix grabs his sword, which shakes in the rhythm. The Magisters look...
Your lies end.
Ну, я понял. Что я сделал? Короче, хуйню сделал, из-за чего и сам поплатился.
Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
He eyes the Mag... He whispers... Rix grabs his sword, which shakes in the rhythm of... Rix...
Go on, then.
Так, ну с этими расправились.
The human's chief, Alexander. A curious name, but no more bizarre than anything else that species does.
Давай бежим.
Not long before this thing snaps into splinters.
Все отлично. Подождем, когда здоровится, восстановится.
Great gods! Something's pounding on the hull.
Так, ну вроде бы все уже готово. Будем пытаться планировать.
marking on the door was painted recently. You press your palm against it, doesn't budge. The door groans.
Something's breaking through. What the hell are those things?
Death fog? Good thing I'm immune. Still, this means trouble.
Неплохо. Ой, не то нажал. Наконец-то экипировать.
children.
The dwarf.
There's a ladder.
You're gonna be...
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a... Wait! Void Woken!
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
I thought Void Woken was supposed to be scary.
Let the games begin.
Prepare yourself!
I've faced worse.
They who are about to triumph.
I'll yield to none.
Да ебать.
Glory is mine.
Заебись.
I hear something.
She tries to speak, but can only gape as she clutches her neck, trying to stem the bloody bubbles.
Змеюка нахуй вылезла. Дала всем пиздюлей. Мы еле-еле спаслись, наверное.
Well, that was decidedly unpleasant.
I'm either lone survivor.
Depending on one's definition of survivor, of course. Void Woken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn. They made it to shore. bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. Drowned and eaten by a voidwoken. I wonder in which order.
Мне нужен яд, не здоровье. Ну хотя плюс ко всему к этому.
You spot a strange... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about.
Yes, I imagine you do. You're made of stern. Chances are I wouldn't have survived the shipwreck. Had you not... You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a box.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away. Now then, if there's nothing further... I'm sure I don't mean...
He sighs.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Memories.
He looks out of...
As for my... I see continents dotted with... What do you mean?
Suddenly...
Well, don't just stand there. The very same. I am the red... Of course.
There's a brief...
That's the grand truly. Fine. On what... For reason... I've reason to believe... Jolly good. The undead? Like your good self. Come now, did you really think a handful of linen towels can fool me? But don't worry. So, now that that's settled, first things, even if you are... As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you? Very well. Onwards then to victory or death.
The Red Prince...
Now, as your... Of course, there are...
Хотя, возможно, воровство ей не понадобится, но на всякий случай.
A black cat. The herald of wisdom in my homeland. How fortuitous.
The cat's eyes are clouded and its eyes...
Так, пока туда рано идти.
Ooh, that's a pretty one. Hey, mister. I'm sure glad...
Need I repeat myself?
I know nothing. Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent.
We know you've been.
I'd sooner cut my...
If you the fate of Dallas.
Yeah.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
Так, вот мы и добрались до этого форта. Да. Вот мы до него добрались, короче. И следующие, последующие и так далее действия будут проходить именно в нем. Поэтому, скорее всего, мы и продолжим уже все остальное. Получается, потом мысль потеряна, короче. В общем, как-то так. Спасибо всем, кто меня смотрел. Спасибо всем, кто будет смотреть. До скорых встреч.